catching the punts off of Ben's leg. What's that like?
It's crazy. I mean, he can kick the ball like 80 yards with ease. So I mean, just on a good and a bad day, I mean, just knowing him and how he can punt, he would change the field position for us.
The knuckleball, though. I mean, it's hard to catch.
The knuckleball is very hard to catch. I mean, it's like a regular knuckleball in baseball. You feel me? It's hard to hit, but you got to catch it.
How do you feel about having kind of the responsibility of being the guy on return compared to last year, where you guys cycled for a while?
I mean, it's the same job. I mean, you still got to take it for what it is, catch the ball and return it. First thing you got to do is catch it. So, I mean, us having been here, he's giving us great work back there, just trying to catch the ball. I actually dropped a couple today. Because of it, he was kicking a couple of knuckleballs, but it's always good work from him. So, I mean, it's a good job.
Where do you see this wide receiver group at now? Where do you see the wide receiver group at right now?
We're moving at a high pace right now. Guys are moving in and out. Guys are getting switched around a lot. So I mean, it shows how versatile our group can be and how dangerous we can be. So we just look forward to the season and how it plays out.
How different is it now from the spring when you had 4 or 5 guys basically every practice to now having a full complement?
I mean, your legs is a little bit lighter. I mean, so it's easier on your legs and everything like that. It's good rotations going back and forth. So everybody's going to eat.
What have you seen from those young guys?
I'm seeing improvement since the jump since they got here. Just the playbook. I mean, it wasn't that hard to pick up, but they picked it up within like 2 weeks, just like we had got it. They coming out here and just balling out. I mean, they're just trying to catch up to the speed of college. So once they do that, it's going to be great.
What do you think about, just individually, what do you think about Munir and Drake? What have they shown you so far?
Munir and Drake is going to be great receivers in the future. Down the line this year, I want to say later on. Just how they high point the ball and everything like that, and just their sideline skills and stuff like that, they're really developed.
On that note, what have you seen from John Jackson?
John Jackson's been great. I mean, he got shifted to the inside this fall camp. He's been doing real good. He kind of tweaked himself a little bit, but he's gonna be back. He's gonna come back hungry.
Has anything stood out about the corners that you're facing right now?
OG, Elijah Griffin, Greg, and Isaac Taylor, they're really out there going at it, just battling for a position. Really, they're giving us the best they can every day, and it's great work. We give each other each work, so I mean, it's always gonna play out good.
Quarterback competition once again. What's kind of your take on where the quarterbacks are at so far through almost a week of practice?
Truly, it's up to Coach Helton. I mean, I don't know too much about the rotation and everything like that, but just knowing the quarterbacks and everything, all of them being in there, competing against each other. I mean, going in, you'll see Jack make plays, you'll see JT, you'll see Fink, you'll see Keenan make plays. So it's an even board right now to me. So just trying to wait to see how it's going to play out.
About Keaton Slovis specifically, a lot of people have been surprised by how well he's been playing. What have you seen from him?
He has a great deep ball. I mean, he's got a strong arm. He's very precise with his accuracy and everything like that. And he's a smart player, so he's making good reads and is just feeding the ball to everybody.
It's been impressive how quickly he's picked things up, just being how young he is.
Yeah, it has. I mean, just for a quarterback coming in, picking up an offense, and how he's just been developing, just trying to fit it here and there. I mean, he's been doing good.
I'm sure you've already been asked this, but have you noticed any clear differences with JT in this fall camp, maybe than last year, obviously before he had?
I mean, I think he's more comfortable. I mean, coming as a freshman, every freshman is a little bit tight just coming in because it's college, it's a new scene, everything like that. You're trying to get adjusted, trying to fit in or whatever. So, I mean, I feel like he's more relaxed, he's more into a groove. He's doing real good right now, though.
As a guy that's always prided yourself on your route running, what's it like with the new philosophy that Graham Harrell kind of has with his route running that he wants in his offense, with running to the grass instead of at a distance?
I mean, it's not a complete change. It's just a new way to learn it. For me, just to adapt it to the game. The routes and stuff like that hasn't really changed. He's making you think more in the depth of your route. So you feel me, more downfield. So like it hasn't really affected us none.
Did that bother you, or not bother you per se, but did you have a little adjustment period to get used to that?
I mean, yeah, the first week it was just kind of adjustment, just trying to see which holes I can fit in, and the depth of our routes is just changing, so no problem. It was just a little quick adjustment, but it wasn't that hard.
Do you kind of have to read the defense more now with that kind of philosophy?
I mean, yeah, you got to read it so you know which hole to hit, which route to run if you want to convert or bend it. It just depends on how the defense is playing it. So you got to keep your eyes up and be ready for it.
Does that kind of give the wide receivers a little bit more to do than maybe in the previous offense?
I mean, it gets you more freelance. It gives you a little bit just freestyle a play that you can play with. I mean, you can't play too tight, because if you try to just run a route as it's on the paper, you're going to be wrong. Not majority of the time, but some of the time. So you just out here playing and playing full speed, you'll be great.
That's kind of a change in philosophy there, the run to grass versus the route. But is there any other stylistic changes to this offense that you've noticed for the wide receivers?
Just the depth of the routes. I mean, it's a little bit deeper. Some a little bit deeper, some a little shorter. Some is a little bit more precise and like quick with it. So I mean, it just certain routes have just changed, but it hasn't been big on us.
What have you done this offseason to take your game another step up?
I worked on the top of my route more. I worked on catching the ball. That's why I'm so hard on myself by catching the ball, because that's what I demand by myself each and every day I come out here. So that's really what I worked on this whole offseason, and just attacking the ball on a deep threat, as a deep threat.
How good can this receiving group be this season?
It can be dangerous. It can be real dangerous. Just how we cycle each other in and out. Any group can kill you. So it just you got to pick your poison.
Have you guys kind of gotten into that competitive mode where you're battling for catches, battling for yards to see who can get the?
Oh, we always compete. We always compete against each other, but we know we got to have us as one. So we always teach each other, try to correct each other, try to just stay on top of each other. When we mess up or we do good, we on it both ways, in either or.
Does this fall camp feel different than previous years for you?
Yeah, I mean it's a little bit more fast-paced than last year. Well, the previous years I hadn't been here, just because of the offense and everything like that, we're moving faster and everything like that. So practice seems like it's faster, if that makes sense. So.
I mean, obviously the summer was a lot different, with the new strength and conditioning. Does the vibe feel different around the team?
Yeah,
coming off 5 and 7, obviously you can go either two ways basically. How's the kind of the vibe with the team?
Coach Double came in with with his staff. I mean, came in just dominating us and just really keying into us, standing tall. You feel me? Big chest, big eyes, just really out here working for what we want. And what we wanted was a championship. We had to work towards it, and he gave us that system to be able to achieve it. It's just up to us to keep going.